Hey everybody, this is Yeti from Cringeworthy, and I know I haven't put out a video in a little bit. I'm actually working on a few videos. As you probably know, I don't know, a lot of the internet is connected. That's why it's called the net. If you've ever seen the Sindago, or Syndigo, not sure how to say it. If you've ever seen their channel, they do shorts and skits and stuff like that. One of their people, his name is Daniel, and he passed away just recently from self-inflicted shot, a suicide attempt. I don't know why they call it an attempt, because he died. But, and that really got me thinking. I mean, I didn't know him personally, and I know I don't really have any connection to them. But it got me thinking to the connections we can make between each other just when it comes to the internet or YouTube or Facebook or MySpace if you are alive 10 years ago. When it comes to the topic of suicide, I know this is just a lovely video, but I thought it appropriate because, I mean, just like in life, there's happy, there's funny, and then there's also, there's sadness and death and, just suffering and pain. I mean, there's an ebb and flow to everything in life. And if you are going through, suicidal, thoughts or tendencies, going through depression, just know you're not alone. It may seem like you're alone sometimes, but you're never really alone. So a while ago, it's kind of weird to me, just pouring myself out here on the World Wide Web. But a while ago, I got sick, with the flu sort of thing, and I started getting better, and then I stopped. And it was very odd when it happened, because it's like my whole life just kind of stopped. And it wasn't like being pushed backwards, it was just like falling. But I lost real fine control of my hands. I almost lost the ability to play guitar, which I used to a lot, and it just became very difficult, and something that I used to do just to escape from the world and play music and make music, and it was taken away. And then that night I would hallucinate, and so I got really depressed. I lost a lot of energy, both physically, and I just wasn't me anymore. Or at least I wasn't the me that I knew. But I was very well planning to not be around anymore. It sounds stupid, but it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength to reach out and talk to somebody, to actually actively seek help. And so I started on a medication. Actually, I started on 3 medications, and I felt like shit for a long time. Didn't really change how I felt, but you don't realize it. But when you're going through this depression, it's like blinders slowly being slid in place. And it's not that your world is now filled with sadness, just you can only focus on the sadness and the depression and the bad things, and you don't see the beautiful things in life. You don't see all the people who care and all the things that are good. If you're out there and you're depressed, it's okay. The funny thing is the countries who have the highest suicide rates aren't the most depressed countries. It's actually quite the opposite. It's the most happy and joyous countries Because the people who are naturally depressed, they look around, they see everybody else is happy, and they think that there's something wrong with them. And there's not anything wrong. Depression is natural, but not everybody can cope with it on their own. Not everybody's strong enough. I was not strong enough. And I needed to get help, and I got help. And I was actually able to get off of the medication. And once I started feeling like I was hollow inside and that I was just going to collapse, I realized that there are beautiful things, and there are people who care, and there are people who are listening. I mean, hell, if you haven't turned this video by now, you're listening to me, and there are hundreds, thousands of people out there. I'll put out a video, like one that's not fucked up like this one, but I'll put out one very soon. I'm sorry for bringing you all down like this. And if it's you that I'm talking to, who's depressed right now, who sees all options being blocked off, you're not alone. Sum up that courage and that strength. And sometimes it feels like taking a step backwards, but you can totally do it. I believe in you. Fuck, that was heavy. Fucking Christ. Oh, now for some fart jokes.